Have you ever felt like your efforts are too small? Like no matter what you do, nothing is changing? If you've ever wanted to give up because the result felt too far, then listen to this story till the end. Because Aarav's journey will show you how one step each day can build a victory bigger than your dreams. Aarav was not special in the way the world usually calls someone special. He was not a topper. He was not a star player. He was not famous on social media. He was just normal. He lived in a small town and worked in his father's stationery shop after school, selling pens, notebooks, pencils, day after day. But inside, Aarav had one dream. He wanted to become a graphic designer. He loved drawing. He loved colors. He loved turning blank pages into something alive. Whenever the shop was empty, he would sketch on rough pages. Simple logos, cartoon faces, posters. But there was a problem. His family was struggling with money. His father needed him, and nobody in his town thought graphic design was a real career. Focus on a safe job, his uncle would say. This drawing hobby won't feed you, his mother would remind him softly. Aarav did not argue. He respected them. They were not wrong. Life was hard. But his heart still whispered, "Just try, Aarav. One step, just one step." One evening, after closing the shop, Aarav sat on the small terrace of their house. The sky was full of quiet stars. He took a deep breath and asked himself, "I may not have money, I may not have support, but what do I have?" He had an old second-hand laptop, a slow internet connection, free tutorials on YouTube, a notebook full of ideas. So he made a promise to himself that night. No matter what happens, I will give 1 hour every day to my dream. One step each day. Even if I am tired, even if I am sad, just one honest step. He did not tell anyone. No big announcement, no Instagram story. It was a quiet promise between him and his dream. The next morning, life was the same. Customers, bills, dust, heat, nothing changed outside. But something had changed inside Aarav. Every night after dinner, he opened his old laptop. He watched basic design tutorials. How to use fonts, how to mix colors, how to design logos. At first, it was confusing. The software looked scary. He clicked the wrong buttons. The laptop would hang and restart. Some nights he felt stupid. Maybe I'm not smart enough for this, he thought. Maybe everyone is right. This is a waste of time. But then he would remind himself, just one step, Aarav. Don't think about the whole mountain. Focus on today's step. So he continued. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. His friends started posting about parties, trips, new phones. Aarav posted nothing. People thought he was doing nothing with his life. But silently, every night, he was building something. He made sample designs, logos for imaginary companies, posters for fake events, covers for non-existent books. No one paid him, no one praised him, no one even knew. But Aarav kept going. Sometimes customers at the shop were rude. Sometimes sales were low. Sometimes his father shouted at him out of stress. On those days, Aarav felt like giving up on everything. What's the point, he would think. I'm tired, this will never work. But then, late at night, he would sit in front of his laptop and say, today also, just one step. Even if he was too tired to learn something big, he would at least watch a 10-minute video, or practice one logo, or sketch one idea. Tiny effort, but consistent effort. That was his secret. After almost a year, something happened. One afternoon, a man walked into the shop. He owned a small coaching center in the town. I need a new pamphlet design, he told Aarav's father. Something colorful, something attractive. Do you know anyone? Before his father could answer, Aarav's heart started beating fast. He stepped forward, nervous but brave. Sir, I can try, he said softly. I know some design work. The man looked surprised. You? He almost smiled. Aarav nodded. The man hesitated but finally said, okay, make a sample. If I like it, I'll pay you. If not, no problem. That night, Aarav worked till 2 a.m. He put all his learning, all his effort, all his heart into that one pamphlet. He tested different colors. He changed the font again and again. He even searched online to see how big institutes design their ads. When he finally finished, he whispered to himself, "This is my best so far." The next day, he showed it to the coaching center owner. The man stared at the design. His face was blank. Seconds felt like hours. Then he said, "You made this?" Aarav nodded nervously. "This is really good, better than what the city guys made last time." Aarav could not believe his ears. The man not only paid him, he also said, "I'll tell my friends about you. They always need design work." That day, when Aarav walked back to the shop, his steps were the same. His clothing was the same. The world still saw the same boy. But inside, Aarav felt something very different. He felt hope. Soon, small orders started coming. A visiting card here, a banner there, a logo for a local bakery. It was not big money, but it was something. Aarav still worked in the shop all day. He still did not have a fancy life, but every night he designed. Every client he treated like a big client. He delivered on time. He listened to what people wanted. He never complained about low payment. Slowly, people trusted him. One day, almost 2 years after his first step, a stranger called him. "Hello, is this Aarav? I got your number from the coaching center owner. We are opening a new school in the nearby city. We need a full branding package, logo, brochures, hoardings, everything. Can you handle it?" Aarav's hands started shaking. This was not a small job. This was big. The old Aarav would have said, "No sir, I can't. I'm just a small town boy." But this Aarav was different. He had taken hundreds of small steps. He had quietly built skill, patience, and confidence. So he said, "Yes sir, I can do it." For the next few weeks, his life turned into a storm. He balanced the shop, the designs, the meetings, the corrections. He slept less, he worked more, but he did not complain. Finally, the designs were printed, and the school's banners went up across the city. And something magical happened. People started asking, "Who designed this? It looks so professional." And the answer came again and again. A boy named Aarav from that small town. Within months, Aarav had more work than he could handle. He opened a small studio. He hired 2 young designers and trained them. His father watched all this quietly. One evening, the same father who once doubted his path put his hand on Aarav's shoulder and said, with tears in his eyes, "I was wrong. You were not wasting time. You were building something, step by step. I'm proud of you, son." That was Aarav's big victory. Not the money, not the studio, but seeing his parents proud. Seeing his quiet patience finally recognized. So, what do we learn from Aarav's story? His life did not change in one day. It did not change because of one big decision. It changed because of many small, boring, quiet steps that no one saw, that no one clapped for, but he still took them. So, what do you need to do? What is one small step I can take today for my dream? Just one. Study 1 extra page. Practice for 15 more minutes. Write half a paragraph. Learn 1 new skill. It may look like nothing today, but like Aarav, if you keep walking 1 step each day, your quiet patience can build a victory bigger than you ever imagined. So, are you ready to take today's step? Your future self is already waiting and smiling.